Hello and welcome to the Dressing Gown Diary. I'm Lloyd and this is a wrap-up show of round 4 of the Six Nations of 2017 and a preview of the last weekend. It all kicked off last Friday night with a tectonic battle in Cardiff between Wales and Ireland. Wales finally showed some attacking threat. George North, clearly all you have to tell him is, you're rubbish. And then suddenly, he produces rugby that we hadn't seen, smashing through players. Although on that, it's a point that England have now really developed really well. The ability to pass, draw a man and pass. Lee Halfpenny seems to have lacked confidence now. He can't do it. Yes, George North scored, but he passed too early for the opening try and therefore didn't commit the defender who then covered across George North, but at least he got over the line. Bigger throwing interceptions. Sexton, was it a yellow card? Of course it was. He was in the danger zone. Could have even been a penalty try. He had to go for the ball, slow things down. But it was Wales getting back to their best. Ireland spluttered, with Conor Murray being injured as well, and then Sexton being yellow carded. They never really recovered. The next game of the weekend saw Italy flattered to deceive yet again. They started quite strongly but couldn't battle against the French, who romped home in the end relatively easily. And they'll be looking forward to a match hosted in Paris against Wales to finish the weekend off. But the real turning point of the weekend, of course, was how instrumental where England really were against Scotland. I have to take my hat off them. It was a very, very mature performance, a performance with accuracy, of speed, of ability. It's something that England have been threatening but hadn't really done. This is easily the best performance that Eddie Jones has put forward for the team. And they really did put Scotland to the sword. It looked like Scotland had shown up and didn't know what to do, where to look. Yes, okay, the yellow card early on had an action in it and perhaps changed the flow that Scotland had. But it had only been going 2 minutes. After that, I mean, it looked like Jonathan Joseph had a force field around him. The 3 tries he scored, he didn't get a hand put on him. You have to ask yourself, why aren't more teams attacking off first phase balls? Yes, lots of things need to go right, but that really was top quality rugby from England, and they do look very dangerous. Looking forward to this weekend, though. Will England close out the Grand Slam? Well, let's start in order of the matches that are going on. Scotland are hosting Italy. They really want to put their 3rd win of the Six Nations Championship up on the board. They'll be expecting to put Italy to the sword, highlighting their attacking threats. And of course, this weekend as well is the last chance for these players on the international stage to shine ahead of the Lions Tour selection. So there's added impetus. There are no games that are dead. Scotland will be looking to, as I said, put them to the sword. They want to score a lot of points. It'll be the Gray brothers will be pushing their place. Scotland will hope to go out on a high, and I can't see anything different happening really. The next game, Paris, Wales visiting Paris. Can Wales continue the progress they made? Howley's made an unchanged side again for the 3rd game running. I'm a bit surprised. I'd like to see Sam Davies play. I just don't see how attacking-minded Dan Biggar is. He's become quite negative. And as he tried to play close to the line, he threw 3 interceptions to Johnny Sexton last weekend. It would be good to see Liam Williams play at 15 as well. I think Lee Halfpenny's had his opportunity, but still Howley goes with the tried and tested. It's a bit disappointing. France will be hoping to conjure a win. I mean, there are still teams, every team except Italy can still finish second. That's the reality of this last weekend. There's still quite a lot at play. But the game of the weekend, and it'll all be going nuts on St Patrick's Day already today in downtown Dublin, is the game of the weekend. It's Ireland hosting England. Now, what's in it for Ireland? Well, actually, there's quite a lot. Already this season, they've stopped the All Blacks securing the 19th consecutive win. Can they do the same thing against England? I mean, that would be a story in itself, wouldn't it? Stopping both teams secure the world record number of consecutive wins. Ireland obviously at home as well. They'll be bruising from their defeat in Cardiff. Can they pick themselves up? What it did show is how reliant they are on Johnny Sexton and Conor Murray. But of course, they're top quality players, so why can't you be reliant on your big players? What can England produce? Mike Brown hasn't really had a great Six Nations so far, but there's no question that the creative axis that England talks so much about now with Ford and with Farrell has really, really struck home. And Jonathan Joseph had a superb game last weekend. It's going to be a lot tighter, though. Will England tighten up? Last weekend was the first time they'd really opened up against the team and secured a very, very strong victory. All the others were battled. It's going to be a tight game. I have a sneaking feeling, though, Ireland will pull this off. The bookmakers are offering on the handicap bet Ireland plus 4.5. So that is actually Freddie's flutter for the weekend. Back Island plus 4.5, and we'll see how it goes. Now, do follow me on Twitter live tomorrow. There are 6 games, 6 halves of rugby, and it's going to be a jam-packed day. And then we'll wrap up the season over the next week as we look forward to building towards what will be an epic Lions tour as we hope to take those Kiwi bastards down as we travel to New Zealand. Anyway, look, over and out. Don't forget to follow me at DGown Diaries. Catch you in a bit.